Ray, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It is me, Mike Leopard King Michael. This is Legit Fantasy Football, brought to you by LegitPodcast.com. It is November 3rd, 2024. It seems like I'm being lost in the glow of the rabbit. Rabbit? Did I say rabbit? Joining me as always, Brother Ray. Brother Ray, what's up?
What's going on? Beautiful Sunday morning. Clock's back, falling back, gained an hour of sleep. Loving it.
Wait a minute. What happened?
We gained an hour of sleep last night.
I knew it.
I got a feeling someone didn't set their clocks back.
So, oh, God damn it. This is the week the wife went away. And the wife's the one who tells me when to turn the clocks back. If someone like in a maternal role, and I mean it's not sexist, but it was mom, and then now it's down to Nikki. No one else tells me to turn the clocks back. I didn't even know. I thought the day was going by kind of weird. Joining us, Mastradomus M1. What's going on, Matt?
My clock is always going. So,
yeah, you know what? I was just really quickly, a couple things. I want to get off the docket before Sean joins us. Ray, you realize that you are the only person to ever do a football podcast for over 5 years with two of the Providence Phoenix best male vocalists of the year. Two different best male vocalists of the year.
And every time I attempt to sing, people are like, oh my God, dude, you sound like a no tone. Can't even hear myself.
But
I'm better in the shower.
Secondly, really quickly, Matt, I'm not going to bring up the topic basically, but I said, here's a joke I can't hold back, right? And then I made the joke. And Ray, on Facebook, everybody got so upset about the joke. And the worst part was there was a couple of guys who actually said, "Can you explain more?"
That was like, great.
Can you elaborate? And it's like, first off, I said, this is a joke. Have you ever asked a comedian, could you elaborate on that? Could you and what does it mean? What do you mean?
I'm upset. I don't know why.
It's a joke, son. You built too low. Went straight over your head.
Man, am I right, though?
It was awesome.
It was just a joke. I was just saying, I can't hold this joke back.
That's what it's funny because I'm only kidding when I say I don't know what time it is, Mike. Some people do not. They don't know what time it is. There's no reason to check the clock. These people.
Right. Still waiting on Sean, but really quickly, Ray, and I realized that just the way people are right now, just the you breathe it in, just how they are, the tempo, the temperature of them. They're out for it's not a friendly group but speaking of friendly, he's back with us is Captain Picard. What's up, Sean?
What's up?
Well, hello, Captain.
Well, good morning. Good morning.
Before we get to the game, I wanted to go into a quick review of what I feel like is the real beginning of the insanity of what's going on here.
What's left for them? The black talent is beautiful. It's great. It's out there. Yeah. The only thing left for the whites is a couple coaching jobs.
Yeah, maybe we need to get more black.
It goes without saying that his comments do not reflect in any way the thinking or attitudes of the rest of us here at CBS Sports. While we deplore the incident this weekend, we are saddened that our...
You are. No, but not tonight. We're not here to pump you. Not tonight.
Tonight we're here to reply to the ridiculous comments made last week by the ill-informed, inane Jimmy the Greek Snyder.
That's right.
Okay. Why did I put those three together? First off, you realize they got him drunk at some sort of event. I want to just for the record. Secondly, they were mad that a racist comment was made by a guy that they called Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy the Greek. It's like Ray the Italian. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then Brent Musburger made the apology, and then it got all the way to SNL. To me, that was the first of the whole kit and caboodle. Now, shall we get on to the games? Let me ask you guys this. We went 2-2 last week. How do you feel about that? I didn't like it. Wasn't proud. Wasn't proud.
Yeah, it was a tough week. It was a tough
Yeah.
week. We did have Cleveland though. Cleveland rose to the occasion.
And we keep picking the Monday nights, which is weird, right? Because it seems like it's like I know we were like 1-2 going into Monday night. We needed it. Here we go now. Let's begin. Oh, by the way, the worst possible comment you could put out on social media right now, if you want to, and you want to get like a bunch of people crazy, is just go down the middle and say something like voting for Trump. No, Trump and the MAGA people are such assholes. They make me consider voting for a woman. And then just leave it there and then watch as every side of that conversation just hates you. They're all like, oh, what did you just say? Oh, you just go, well, what? But that's probably, if you want to like blanket everybody, get them all with that. Here we go. Ray, yeah. Bears travel to the Cardinals. Cardinals are favored by 2. The over-under is 44.5. This is a battle of quarterbacks that I can't get a gauge on. What do you think, Ray?
Lock this one up. Chicago all day, all night. Love the Bears in this. Arizona's going to have the post-Dolphin hangover. And what is that? When you play a team so bad as the Dolphins and you barely squeak it out, the next week when you play a good opponent with a really solid defense and a running back that's coming on, a Dunze's coming on, I love Chicago in this spot. Money line, take the 2, and give me the under.
Can I just jump in really quick?
Jump in, baby.
If you've been following our show for a couple of years, you'll get this. I am currently downloading Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty that's out. So this was a great Call of Duty weekend. Historically, every double point weekend for Call of Duty, Kyler Murray has come out and laid an egg because he stays up all night playing games, and you can watch him on his whatever it is. He streams it when he should be studying. The Bears are such a lock in this game; it makes me sick. But I can't wait to play Call of Duty. Matt,
I'm so glad that you guys booking the Bears because I already booked them, and now I want to book them even harder, baby. I have them already in some sides, and I agree. I feel like they have the defense. I feel like they're going to have a sour taste in their mouth after completing the game 99.9% last week, and then Hail Mary. So book them.
all right,
Book the
Matt's
Bears, baby.
That's an agreement. Ray, for the record, Ray, I like the Bears outright.
There's no doubt. They should have won the game.
Isn't it a pick 'em? Isn't it a pick 'em? Like,
No, I have 2. I have
2.
Arizona -2.
Yeah. Sean.
It's terrible. You're talking about 2 bipolar teams. It's like Rosie O'Donnell at Golden Corral. It's totally bipolar. You don't know. But you got one team that's going to dominate. And Mr. King, you stole exactly what I was going to say about our Arizona Cardinals, Kyler. Call of Duty equals a big-time loss for Arizona. Chicago is going to roll. So the Bears all the way.
First game we picked after my unnecessary rant about social issues. That's a lock. Take the Bears. The Bears. Ray. So the new tattoos that I got for after Uncle passed, you can see them now that they hurt like a motherfucker because when I bend my arms, they're in the crook. It's all saints have pasts, all sinners have futures. So I've added that to the pro wrestler tattoo thing that I've been going for my whole entire life. Like I try to balance things because I try to think if I get to be a pro wrestler, in my 70s, by chance they need me to come out and take a bump, I'll be ready. Sean, Jags go to the Eagles. Eagles 7.5. I got on this one. At home, over under 45.5. I'm the NFC East whisperer, but I defer to you. What do you think on this game?
All right. Here's the thing. We've not been doing well. Well, not we broke even last week. But we've been ignoring 5.5. 5.5 has been rolling on. 5.5 is doing I'm telling you for the season it is. It is.
I'm just hyping you up. I'm hype man. You keep talking. I'll go.
Oh, okay, thank you. It is over 80%. It is over 80%. So, for no other reason than that, I think it's going to be an over game today. Take the over.
Yep.
And I think Jacksonville somehow stays in it close enough to get the points and get the 5.5 win.
I'm going to go next as the NFC East. I like the Jags in this game, period. I ain't even joking. I'm not even joking. The Eagles had a great game last week, as far as the Eagles are concerned. They're still not right. They're still not right. And the Jaguars aren't right. But 7.5. I'll take that. I will take 7.5. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars. Right.
I mean, yeah, looking at this, it's just there's a lot of things going on in this game. Don't forget, this is the one game that I think Jacksonville is going to really play well because there's a revenge factor here. Peterson wants to rub it in Philly's face. He wants to prove, he did win them a Super Bowl and they sent him packing. So I like Jacksonville. Yeah, I like Jacksonville in this. I think the 7.5, that half point means a lot to me. I think they're going to run the ball. Etienne and Bigsby are going to play. And I really like Parker Washington today. I think he is going to rise up and have a really good fantasy day. Whenever he's played, he's done well and usually scores a touchdown. I love Jacksonville there. I think they could win the game. All right.
Matty.
I love being the lone wolf. And I'll do it here. I think the Eagles are now positioning themselves to where they need to show who they are. They are becoming who they are. They are who we thought they were. And they are them. They are them. So when the Jacksonville Jaguars show up and they're a little wounded, you got an eagle flying around. He looks down at the Jaguar. He knows he can pick on him, and that's exactly what we have here. Brother Ray's smiling. He's shaking his head. He knows exactly what's going on. Give me the Eagles against the team. Oh!
I want to just check something really quick. Ray, where do you think Jacksonville's run defense is ranked? Because I think that plays a huge role in today's game in the sense of the Eagles only found an identity in running and giving it to Saquon. And because let me tell you something, Jalen Hurts still ain't right. That's why they're running.
Brian Thomas Jr. is not healthy. He is playing about 70%. 70%. But that really wouldn't matter anyway because he's good at catching the big, long passes. And that's what Philly has tightened up lately. They do not give up the big, long passes. So what I'm saying is
I don't know what you're saying. You keep using your accents.
Evan Ingram might be okay today, but everybody else is going to be not okay.
Okay, then. Sean, I don't know if you get any voices you want to do, but the Rams travel to Seattle. The Rams are favored by 1. Seattle happens to be the state where my wife is on vacation to visit her dad. That's why I'm drinking a Voodoo Ranger Peach Force,
nice,
which is 9% alcohol at 11:20 because when the wife's away, and just drink all day. Go ahead, Sean. Who do you like?
I'll give you Richard Dreyfuss. I'm Richard Dreyfuss. I was in Jaws. What about Bab? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that was Richard Dreyfuss.
That's good.
And yeah, Seattle, they're a surprising team, but LA, when they have both their receivers going, they are a totally different team because they have so many things that they can do. They complement each other so well. You get Williams out of the backfield, and today and today only, I'm going to say there's a lock for me. It's I'm sorry to say that. It's going to be an LAR win. I am guaranteeing that. LAR wins the game.
Is that the
Rams.
Rams?
Rams, baby.
Aldridge?
Rams.
Raymond, who do you like in this?
I think the Rams showed us a lot last week. I like the way they ran the ball. I think Picard is going to play. I know he had a little bit of an injury scare this week in practice. I'm not very high on Seattle, to be honest with you. I like the Rams here. I think their defense has been playing a lot better as well. They really handed it to the Vikings last week. I got to give them credit. I think having those receivers makes Stafford a different player. They're healthy at running back. They got two, Corum and Williams, obviously. I love the Rams here. It's under 3. I'm going to take the Rams on the road, given 1.5. And I'm going to go with the under.
I got it at 1. All right. Maddie, who do you like?
I also am guaranteeing this one for the Rams. I'm going with Lar.
Lar.
Let me ask you guys this, right? The Rams last week finally had their weapons in order, correct?
Yeah.
And they just look like a completely different offense, right?
Unbelievable.
And they still have that same group this week.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Against the Seahawks.
Say it.
That's obvious. How do you not take the Rams? How are the Rams not a lock on that one? I mean, then again, the football gods every now and then, but it makes too much sense. One team's going this way, one team's going that way. So I'll take the Rams. All right. Last 4:00 game would be the Lions and the Packers. The Lions travel to Green Bay, where it's never easy to win. The Lions are favored by 2.5, which is 2.5. The over-under is 48. Ray, who do you like in the game?
I love the Lions in this game. I love the Lions. 2.5. It's under 3. Yeah, Jordan Love, who's injured. Okay, so he's not 100%. They're running the ball. Their defense has been playing better. They've limited quarterbacks to under 300 yards a game. I'm going to take them on the road. I think this is a statement game for the Lions. If they're going to go to the Super Bowl, this is the game they need to win. Love this. It's under 3, and I'm going with the over. Give me the Lions.
But they're not going to the Super Bowl, Brother Ray. I got the Packers going to the Super Bowl, and the spread hasn't moved, and the reason is Love is okay. He's going to play.
Well, he's playing, but not 100%.
That's all right. He doesn't need to be, and Detroit's going to lose.
Wow. So I'm going to jump in there, and I'm going to say one team is playing like they can score 40 to 50 points a game. The other team is looking like they struggle to get to 17. I'm going to go with the Lions, only favored by 2.5. It's not even a field goal. They're going to win the game, so I'm not worried about the spread. Sean?
Werewolf in his car. Lone wolf in his car. Do 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 do. I'm taking the Lions. Feel that roar. So it's 3 against roar. You're gonna feel that roar.
Gentlemen, on the 4:00 game, which there were 4 of them, we have 2 locks. We have the Bears and the Rams. The funny thing is, funny thing along the way, the other 2 games are 3-1 with the lone wolf
Yeah, but you're going against the guy with like a razor blade last week. I hit like every single side. You don't want to go against the Jinsu blade.
Let's go to the 1 o'clock games. I'll make sure I can continue remembering the locks. The first game I have on tap is probably my least favorite. Like, ooh, can't wait to watch that one. Patriots go to Tennessee. The Titans are favored by 3.5. As I'm going to just lead on this, as a local New Englander who doesn't like the Patriots, I'm a Giants fan. I look at this game and I think, man, the Titans look like they should beat up the Patriots. And then I think, maybe Ramondre Stevenson gets going something and they make this ugly. And then, I don't know. This is the kind of game the Patriots win. I'll take the Patriots. And that's just based on my past knowledge of watching the Patriots play games. And a game like this, to keep you guys from getting a really good pick, you might win it. You'll keep it close. I'm not joking. I'm going with the Patriots, plus 3.5. Sean.
Well, I've been hating on my Patriots all year. And I will continue to hate on my Patriots in this way.
Well into the next year.
I will well into the next year hate my Patriots. But today is going to be one of those cripple fights where you got two teams looking to lose the game. But you're going to have the under come in this game. You're going to have two teams, both actually have pretty decent pass defenses and both have terrible pass offenses. So you're going to see a lot of terrible football. So get a lot of beer ready and a lot of whatever. I don't know if we have any sponsors still for the other stuff.
Oh, of all times, highharvest.net, highharvest.net, the finest in baked goods.
High Harvest all the way. So today will be sponsored by High Harvest. We'll take the Patriots if you got them because the line's been all over the place. If you got them at 3.5, take the Patriots.
Raymond.
I love the Patriots in this game. I think Tennessee is atrocious. I think Pollard's coming in injured. It's going to be what, Jimmy Chestnut? Who's the other running back that they have? Jimmy Chestnut? Is that the hot dog guy?
Kobayashi's the other one.
I mean, would I put money on the Patriots? Definitely not. But if you're going to force me to pick this game, I'm taking the Patriots that half point. I have 3.5. I have the Pats plus 3.5. I'll take that all day. Tennessee should not be favored over anybody in this league. They're just atrocious right now. Mason Rudolph going to trot out again. I like the Pats here. I think Ramondre's been running well. I think they've found an identity with that offense. Brissett came in, cleaned up. They get Jalen Polk back, receiver room getting healthy. What's not to like here? Give me the Patriots plus the 3.5, but I love the under. Love the under in this game.
Now, we kick it to a former Patriots fan wearing a Titans jersey. Matt.
What's not to like, but won't put money on it? I will put money on it. I like the games that aren't going to be the most televised. That's where you're going to not really get the most money on, where you're going to see the most blatant calls. I think that this is huge. We already have a lock decided, but let me tell you why. Drake May is starting it up. They're averaging 20 points a contest with the New England Patriots with Drake May at the helm, opposed to 12 with Brissett. With Mason Rudolph for the Titans, they're getting 10 points a game. So now you have Ladarius Sneed out, Vontae Sweat out, Tyler Boyd out, Spears out. You have Will Levis out. You have all these Titans out. But what I am wearing this for is because I know I could play today. There's so many Titans out. I went to get up off my couch to call. This is a true story. And I fell. I cut my hand open and I fell on my face, almost broke my nose for the 20th time. And I said, I'm not going in any game. I just sit down and do this show because I'm bleeding all over the place. This was live as the program started. So I'll sit back, relax, but I'm casting a little spell on the Titans, who are definitely hurting for players. I tried to help him today. I couldn't help him. Nobody can. I'll take the Patriots.
Well, that's team number 3. The Patriots are a lock. I don't even want to get into the whole cut your hand thing. I'm just gonna let that pass.
I fell on my face.
Yeah. You gotta listen. I've fallen maybe 3 or 4 times in the last year, especially down my stairs. Here's what I've learned as an old guy: the minute you feel yourself start to fall, and I did this recently in that stupid game that's like tennis, but it's not tennis. I played it with my daughter.
Pickleball.
Screw that game. I played that stuff, and I tried to stop on a dime, thinking I was, still in my prime, which rhymes. And I didn't. And as I started to tumble, I old guyed it. And I said, you know what? I'm falling. I tucked my arms in, aimed for my back, took a bump like a wrestler. I've done that 3 or 4 times. Never fall on your face. Never try to block your fall. Just accept your faith.
My story gets better. You know what was happening? When I fell, I hit my plate of eggs.
Oh.
Yes, flying in the air. I tried to catch it, and it went everywhere. I hit a steel chair. Yeah, it.
Jeez.
I was hoping they'd come out over easy.
You need a medic?
They went all over me. Yes, I do actually need a medic.
Oh, Jesus, man. I got to tell you, I appreciate it. Yes.
We bleed for this here. We bleed for this.
All right.
I still made the show. I was gonna ask for a timeout. I said, let's go, put me in.
I played hurt, coach. Sean, Chargers go to Cleveland. Chargers are favored by 1.5 at Cleveland. The over-under is 42.5. Last week, Brother Ray and myself were so Jameis Winston pro, it was ridiculous. We were like, oh, are you kidding me? He's just going to come out and throw the ball. He just throws, and that's tough to play against. But now here come the Chargers. They're, playing pretty well. They're coming into Cleveland. It's only a 1.5 point spread. What do you think, Sean?
I don't know what it is about Cleveland, but when Njoku and Chubb play together, they're a completely different team. And they always play that way. And Jameis Winston you can say whatever you want about his intellect, but he's the new Yogi Berra. He said, you can't say the sky's the limit when we've been to the moon. And one of the great quotes of all time. And for that reason alone, I'm taking Believe Land.
Sean's going with Cleveland because he believes we landed on the moon. Raymond.
Guys, lock this one up again. How could you not like Cleveland beat arguably the best team in football last week? You got Chubb back getting healthier every week. Their defense has been good all year. They just couldn't put points on the board. I love Winston in this game. I love all the skill receivers for the Browns. They're getting points at home after beating the Ravens. I love this. I love the under in this game probably more, but give me the Browns. Give me the points. What is not to love? Jameis Winston, reborn all day.
Yo, check me out right here, though. Yo, check me out right here. Okay? There's a reason they don't.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Okay, they down 2 defenders, all right? And the Chargers are going to come in with that defense, okay? Winston almost and should have threw a few picks last week. He gonna throw 2 pick six this week. I promise you that. Lock it up. Chargers.
I hate to meet Matt the Lone Wolf. I gotta go with the Browns. Listen, Brother Ray said it best when he said the Browns
go down with the Browns.
The Browns just beat the Ravens.
That's fine.
And they're getting points at home. Jameis can't wait to throw touchdowns from the home crowd. Look,
this is the thing that we're betting on. Truly,
look. It's not like Jameis is going to be good for a couple of weeks. It's not. A couple of weeks in them. We all know this. A Couple games in them, shit the bed. But this is a home game coming off that game against the Ravens. I got to go Jameis and his ego.
It's Herbert versus Winston.
Yeah, I know. But there's also 10 other guys that got to line up. You know what I mean? Let's go. Maddie.
Sean, did you pick? Yeah, you picked Cleveland, right?
We landed on
He's
the
going
moon.
down with the Browns.
We landed on the moon.
Yeah, we landed on the moon. That's my whole joke. Whatever. Saints go to Carolina, Matt. The Saints are favored by 7 going to Carolina. I'm going to tell you this before you pick. Something worries me about that spread. I know that the Panthers are no good, and I know the Saints should be good. But when it gets to that divisional area and it gets to 7, I do get worried. Matt.
I like New Orleans. I've seen it at 7.5. I like Carolina at 7.5. I like New Orleans at the 7 or anything under. But I think Carolina is trying to showcase themselves. Bryce Young is on the trade block, believe it or not. I think that organization has just set everyone up for failure. I think Coker is a play. Xavier hasn't hit over 30 yards in like 3 contests in a row. I think they're trying to see what they can get because I think there's more upside with Coker. So I think that Carr being back gives a little bit more uptick to the Saints. But I still think the Carolina can stick around. So I like New Orleans at the 7. Anything over 7, I go with Carolina.
All right. Ray, really quick. When you're a Giants fan, right, and you look in your football feed, all you see is, should the Giants trade for Bryce Young? Should they trade for Anthony Richardson? And I'm always thinking, where the frig are we? Like, I don't want – why would you trade for somebody that's not looking good already someplace else? And then how ridiculous are these high draft quarterback picks that don't pan out? Like, in other words, I guess I'm saying bring back Bill Belichick. But, Ray, who do you like in this game?
I'm going to go with New Orleans in this game. I do like Coker, by the way. I think he's definitely a great DFS play today. He's a fantasy wide receiver on the rise. Steve Smith called him the best route runner in the draft this year, and I think he was right. Played at Holy Cross, so that's why he wasn't drafted. But I like Carr coming back today for the Saints. I think they have a bounce back. I think having him in the lineup is going to make a big difference. So I'm going to take the Saints today, given the 7. I probably would stay away from this game, though, because, again, unpredictable. And I think – I don't know. I think Young has played better since he's been back on the center. Yes. So I think he's getting a bad rep. But that's just a bad organization. I will take the Saints, given the 7, and I'm going to go with the over in this game.
All right. Sean, where do you see
New Orleans?
Well, I mean, Matt just took the words out of my mouth. I like actually exactly what Matt said. You can see me pointing to him. So if it's 7.5, I would take Carolina, but because it's 7, I'm going to take New Orleans. I think you got that new car getting him back on track.
I like what you did there.
I like what you did there. That was a nice move.
Yeah.
So the Saints minus 7, the Panthers. All right, it comes down to this: the Panthers stink, and I don't know what the goal is for the franchise. Like, on the outside looking in, I don't know what they're trying to do. Are they just trying to get number 1 draft picks that they trade away eventually? They're trying to set that record. Like, what are the? So with that said, the Saints should have some more firepower with Carr. No doubt, right? They should be back to business. If they're back to business, this Panther team stinks.
Well, they traded up. They traded up for Bryce Young.
Either way, with all the stuff they're doing, it doesn't seem like it's working out very much.
Which only proves that they're even that bad of a worse of an organization. They targeted. They got that guy. Yeah.
I'm also going with the Saints. There we go. Add the Saints to that roster of locks. Ray, let's go over to you because this is a game you might enjoy. Miami travels over to Buffalo. Buffalo's favored by 6. It's an over-under 49.5. Right. I got to tell you, on a prop bet, I went with Tua and Josh Allen to throw 2 touchdowns. That just seemed ridiculously easy. But what are your thoughts?
That spread has to make you pause. The fact that it's 6 and it's not 7 or not over 7, because it should be 10. It should be 13 with the Bills at home. Miami has not won there. I don't know, over 10 years. It's something crazy like that. I mean, I don't like anything that's going on with the Dolphins. I mean, I picked against them last week. I think I might have been the only one. Tua, I don't like the way he's handling himself at the press conferences. Had a bad snap last week. Is trying to say, well, it's easy to sit in the couch and eat snacks and make that call. Well, guess what, Tua? We don't all get paid what you get paid to take a snap, to take a shotgun snap. Okay, I do not like his attitude. The inmates are running that asylum. McDaniel has completely lost control of that team. This is too easy. This is too easy, and the Bills are playing well. That defense has been really, really good this year. I have to take the Bills here, given 6. Like, this is crazy. And I'm going to go with the under because I don't think Miami's going to put a lot on the board. I really don't. I don't see it happening. I really don't. I have to go with Buffalo today, given the 6. I mean, how could you not take them? How could you not take this team with the history and everything I just mentioned?
I can say why without giving my pick, and that is that I know that for a Miami-Buffalo game, I'm usually in for some fireworks. Like, usually when those two teams play, like Miami and the Jets, doesn't matter whose record is what, you get fireworks and you get explosive weapons. And I'll tell you one thing, the Bills have been horrendous, but the Bills have been horrendous in containing the Miami receivers. When speed is on the field, that's when they're better. I'm just saying that as a fact. It's a 6 point. I had it at 6. It's now, I got 6.5 here.
The Dolphins can't score 20 points a game. They can't score 20 points a game.
I got to go with the Dolphins. They will score. Look, you have 4 guys on the field and 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers that are so ridiculously fast that you got to put the ball in their hands and we'll score. You'll score. I mean,
it doesn't matter if you can't line up. If you can't line up on the line of scrimmage, they have 10 pre-snap penalties a game. They can't line up on the football field.
You're talking to a Giants fan. Malik Neighbors doesn't know how to stop when he's in motion. We got like 100 penalties. But what you don't understand is you guys have weapons on the field that all you got to do is flip it to them and they're gone. But
Waddle's not a weapon. Waddle is not a weapon. Let's stop with Jalen Waddle. What has Jalen Waddle done in the NFL? Can someone tell me what he's done in the NFL? I keep hearing he's a weapon. Where? What kind of weapon? What kind of a weapon? A weapon with a safety on? I don't know.
Listen, I can't say anything more than what Brother Ray said. I think he hit the nail on the head. But what I want to say is Miami is the only team in the NFL that hasn't scored 100 points. They're averaging less than 10 points a contest. We can say Tua's been gone all you want. I don't like the way Tua's been at the press conferences either. But what I don't like about this football team is the fight and the lack of fight that they show when Tua's gone. Yeah. They have nothing. And I think that's not just when Tua's back. It's just this weakness of this fragile finesse team that we've seen since Mike McDaniel has been coach.
It's coach. I agree with that. Matt, you're going Buffalo, Sean.
All day. I think it's an easy. I think it's an easy game. I think this is 30-0.
Could be more.
So I went with the voices in my head, and the voices in my head keep on going back and forth. So I went to the Tony Danza in my head. And Tony Danza, I said, if you can name If you name 4 people that would agree with me about Buffalo, then I'll go with Buffalo. You know what he said? He said Angela, Samantha, Mona, Jonathan, and I'm taking him. I'm going with Buffalo. Jonathan.
Boy, I'm the only one.
Hey, I'm Tony Maselli.
Tony Danza, what a career. Guys,
What a career.
Shouldn't have had careers.
I think too. I think too is out on his feet.
Yeah.
Just
I think he acts like somebody like who's concussed, like his angry ways and the way he's snapping and snappy. He seems like he's not full health. He's not there.
I feel like we just went to 4th grade. Snapping and he's snappy.
He's snappy.
Oh, snappy.
He is acting like a little bitch in every damn.
Well, there you go. Just say that, then to start off with.
I hate it because I'm a big fan of him, man. And I think that there's something to it. Like I said on the show last week, he's acting like there's a disability because it is a disability. I think if you hit his jello,
being a bitch.
Well, it's almost like he doesn't want to admit that he has a walking wound, and he could be spilt over very quickly.
You mean concussions or being a bitch? Because I'm confused now. What we're talking about.
I think he's being a bitch by the when you have someone who's being defensive, which I think that's what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
He's failing to admit the severity of the issue. That's being the bitch. That's the bitch.
The whole team is avoiding it.
Yeah, it is.
If being a bitch is a disability, there's a lot of you that know that I'm talking to. Hey, go apply. I'm going to go the opposite way. Go with Miami. I'm sorry I picked that one up. Let's move on to the next game. I will start this game. It is Dallas traveling to Hotlanta. Hotlanta is favored by 2. In come the Cowboys. I am the NFC East. And here's what I fear about this game. It's a midseason game. Cowboys win it big. Make it look like, hey, they're getting everything on track. They got guys going. What's going on? The Cowboys could make a run for this. And then they shit the bed and disappoint all their fan base. So in this game, I love Atlanta as far as I think Atlanta's a much better team. But I don't think they win the game. I think the Cowboys win this game because that's what the Cowboys do in the middle of the season. And I'm just doing that, saying that because I'm old and I've seen this several times. Did you guys hear me? Or am I breaking up like Max Headroom?
Yeah, we're rolling out, but I think
I just stop moving around. So Ray, that's what I'm going with. I'll go to you, Ray. I'm going Dallas.
I like the way Atlanta's defense has been playing. They've been playing better. It's 3 points. I think Pitts is starting to play better. The player you want to put in your DFS lineup today is Robinson. Bijan has been lighting it up. He's really, I think he's probably the best running back in the game right now. I mean, this Dallas does usually come, they usually do respond. I think Dowdle's going to have a good game today. He'll play. Zeke is on the bench, but I have to take Atlanta here, given the 3. I think their offense with Cousins is a difference maker. Dallas has not been able to stop anybody, and I think Bijan is going to have a huge, huge day today. I'm taking the Falcons, given the 3, but I do love the under in this game.
All right, Matt.
I'm going to echo exactly what you said, King. I agree with everything you said. I feel like Atlanta's the better team. There's every reason in the world that they should win this game. They don't. Dallas finds a way, upset a lot of bettors. I wouldn't back this game. I feel like Atlanta should win it. Don't take a word that I say. I just feel like that's the way it's going to crumble. I feel like there's something up with this, and Dallas finds a way to win. I don't know why.
All right. That's exactly what I think, and I don't know why. It's an NFC East to me. Sean, you're the final guy.
I'm taking Hot Atlanta. Big day for Bijan Mustard. And if you'll excuse me, I'll be right back. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right, 2-2.
Yep.
All right, Sean and Hot Atlanta, we split that one. Let's go on to this one. Matt, Denver's going to Baltimore. Baltimore is favored by 9.5 at home. I kind of like what's his face, Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I kind of like him. I like.
I love Bo Nix.
All right, so what do you like in this game, Matt? Baltimore.
When I looked at this week, I said this is a pretty tough week of spreads, and I looked at this game. This game was probably the one that I couldn't figure out the most because I love Denver. I love Denver's defense. I don't, how banged up is Lamar, right? Are we gonna see Baltimore struggle to score? Because if we do that, then that 9.5, 10 points becomes oh so major, and you're really kind of giving a lot of points to a very good team. I like Denver. I like everything about them. I'll roll with Denver in the points, please, because I just seen Cleveland, which give them praise. They did what they did, but Baltimore allowed that, and Cleveland was 1-6 at the time. This isn't a 1-16. This is 5-2. 5-2. Yeah, 5-2 Denver Broncos, right? So, or 5-3. 5-3. So I like them, and I mean, I think Denver could win the game. So give me the points.
Yeah, I'm going to back you up real quick. I just think 9.5 is too much. That's all I'm thinking. I don't even think I'm not saying Denver's going to win. I think 9.5 is too much. Baltimore is coming off a loss. They want to prove themselves at home, drop a bunch of points, but 9.5 still just a lot. I got to go Denver. Ray?
I agree. Give me the points with Denver. I mean, their defense is probably the best in the league right now. Bo Nix is hot. I mean, he can run. He can throw. He's been efficient the past couple of games. I love Denver here with the points. I think, all day.
Sean, you're back. We're on the Denver-Baltimore game. Baltimore's favored by 9.5. We've all gone with Denver, taking your 5.5 rule to heart. Who do you like in the game?
Well, I hope you're being serious with you taking my 5.5 because I had it written down right here on my handy. It is 5.5 all the way. It is Denver. I'm waiting for it.
So we're at five locks. All right. Let's move on. 2 more 1 o'clock games to get to the last 2 games. Ray, we'll go back to you. Raiders traveled to, as Matt would say, the Bengals. The Bengals are favored by 7.5. Matt, you realize you say Bengals with an A, right?
I love Bengals.
So off. All right. Ray, 7.5 point spread for the Bengals.
I would take Cincinnati minus 17.5 today. So I think you know what my answer to this is. It's not we don't even have to go into the evaluation. This is about as easy is. Yeah.
The Raiders are just that bad.
Yep.
Sean?
All right, I might be upsetting the 5.5 gods because they love the but I love Cincinnati Bengals today, even without T. Higgins. And that makes a difference. But, yeah, I'm going to take Cincinnati. I'm sorry. 5.5 gods. Have mercy. Have mercy.
Have mercy.
You know what makes a difference, Captain?
Have mercy. Yes.
Taking Mike Gesicki in your DraftKings to free up to get another guy who's a big boy because Mike Gesicki's going to get it, his. And you put him in your tight end for like 3,600.
Correct.
Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals. They're a bird, right?
That goes down to Matt. You're going with Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, they're a bird, right? They're like an ostrich, right?
I also like Cincinnati, and the only reason I like Cincinnati is how much I dislike the Raiders. That's it.
They won me a lot of money last week.
What?
The Raiders won me a shit ton of money last week.
Yeah, I know. But the sun don't shine on the same dog's ass every day.
That's right.
That's an old school. Piss or get off a rope. I know. No, piss up a rope and then shit or get off a pot. Commies traveled to the New York Football Giants, where the Giants have been in trade talks and bullshit like that. But let me tell you something, and I'm going to prove this to you guys. The Giants won't make a single solitary trade. They won't even trade away Azeez Ojulari, which if you guys do not pick him for 1 sack or more today, I'm done with this. I keep saying it every freaking week. I guaranteed today, this is what I guaranteed. I actually played a prop bet. Him and the guy, what's his name? Clement, what's the defensive end for the commies? Farrell, whatever his name is. Whatever his kid's name is. Bogan 8 sacks. Azeez Ojulari has had a sack every week. He will have another sack this week. I'm just telling you. And they won't trade him. Here's what it comes down to. Giants, if the Giants do not make a single solitary trade, which is what I believe they will do, it's because Dayball and Shane are gone. They've been taking away the keys. And Bill is sitting back on his evil empire with the hood on, and he's rubbing his hands together, and he's just thinking about what he's going to do. Because I was sitting around thinking about it, and I thought, I think Bill Belichick purposely ruined the Patriots. He did a couple of draft classes towards the end and a couple of moves to really screw Kraft for the way that he felt Kraft screwed him. And the minute he comes to the Giants, he's going to put together a team. I'm telling you. So that's why the Giants don't make any trades. Azeez Ojulari, we already have 2 ends with Burns and when Thibodeau comes back. Every week he's got a sack since that's happened. You know, come on, man. Who's not calling out for a pass rusher? Of course they're calling us, but Mara is going, yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to let you guys trade anything because you're not going to be here, you douchebags. Dayball going for you two-point conversions that were worse than like the local peewee team could do. Just ridiculousness upon ridiculous play calling upon ridiculous play calling. Like one game we couldn't play because the kicker was hurt, and Dayball just didn't think of having a second kicker available. And we didn't have a kicker for the whole game. And then today it says Irish kicker makes debut. Like it's a joke. The Giants are an absolute joke. Commies are favored by 4. They're going to beat the shit out of us. They'll win by more than 4. We absolutely suck. What's up, Gary?
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
I got to go with the commies as much as I hate them. By 4, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love the Commanders. I mean, you know, they should have lost last week, but I mean, they're just these teams going in different directions. Commies defense been really playing well. What's not to like here? I mean, the Giants are just in disarray. Not a good place to be in New York when things aren't going right. It's 4. Again, another one of those spreads. It should be 10, but it's 4. I have to take the commies here, given the 4, and I will take the under in this. I've been saying that a lot today.
It's ridiculous to think the Giants have a home field advantage. It's just like there's going to be so many Commander fans in that stadium because as a Giants fan, you want to sell your tickets. Fuck wants to see that game. Sean?
It's the Giants kicker. My name is Patio Furniture.
Exactly.
So he's going to be kicking all over the place today because the Washington Commies, the Reds, they're going to do some damage today. Again, I don't understand. Vegas must know something we don't. You know what I mean? I feel like something's going on because this should be much, much higher.
All right, but so here's how the game could get wonky.
Yes.
Jaden Daniels is dealing with a rib injury. If anybody's ever hurt their ribs, right? Broke rib, bruised rib, it's ridiculous. And the Giants will hit him. Do not think that there's not going to be a bunch of sacks in this game. There might be points, But I'm telling you, the Giants are going to hit him. In the event they hit him early, and say Sexy Dexy, who is to me should be the defensive MVP of the fucking league. If Dexter Lawrence gets up the middle and gives him a good shot, you don't want that on your ribs. So that's where it could get a little weird, but I still see the Commies winning outright. Matt?
I got the Giants covering the spread. I think that they can win the game outright. I like the way they played against the Steelers. I think that they were moving the ball right up and down the field, a much better defense. And I don't know if they're going to be able to be as spry as they were last week because the Tyrone Tracy is really slowed. He's hampered by an injury. But Devin Singletary is serviceable, but he's only going to fall down 4.1 and 4.5 yards a carry, where Tyrone Tracy's going to give you the home run capability. So I think that there's a possibility we see an upset here.
Now, let me ask you something. You said they moved it up and down the field, right? What do they do when they get near the end zone? Do you remember?
Different defense. Pittsburgh Steelers could keep you out of the end zone. I don't know if Washington can. I don't know if Caleb Williams is going to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that Washington gave him, but I know that Daniel will. I do. I think he will. I think that they've shown at times in this season a very capable team. And then there's, who are you? I think we've seen some times where the Giants are very good. And I think that today's a division rival.
Yep.
There's a reason it's 4 points.
Yep.
It'll be a good game.
Who's the left tackle for the Giants?
Yeah, I believe he's out, right? Isn't he
but
injured?
Who's playing there?
I'm not sure.
You won't be sure. No one is. The line's horrendous. They stink. I'm a Giants fan. You're trying to tell me the Giants got a chance today, but they stink. He throws interceptions in the worst possible moments. Thank God this isn't a night game because we definitely wouldn't win. Fuck the Giants. All right. 2 games left, guys. Ray, 2 games left. 8 o'clock, Colts, Vikings. Vikings are favored by 5.5. Ray, who do you like?
Vikings, didn't look good last week. I think they kind of came down to earth. You do have Flacco starting for Indy, so it's 5.5 too. This is another one under 7. I'm going to go with Indy here, getting the points. I think Flacco's got a good game in him. That they should sack him a lot though, Flacco, with that defense. But I'm going to go with Indy here, getting the points, and I'm going to go here with the over.
All right, Sean.
Could not agree more with Brother Ray. I think strange things happen on Sunday Night Football, especially tonight with Flacco playing. Indy looked like a completely different team when he did play, and tonight they do with points. Get it.
Matt?
I'm in agreement. I like Indy.
You know what? That's extremely weird because that was one of the ones where I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be the one where I go against everybody else because I absolutely love Indy in this." Half is too many. I just think that is for that game. So add Indy to the list of locks. Last game, Monday Night Football. The Chiefs travel to play the Buccaneers. Help me out with the spread here. What is 9? A 9-point spread. Okay. 9.5 actually now. All right, that's why I wanted to see it. I got it at 9.5. Chiefs 9.5 now. Ray, what do you think of that game?
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay getting the points here. I think this is going to be a close game. I think this is the kind of game that Baker thrives in. Not given any chance against the Super Bowl champ. I like Tampa Bay in this. I'm going to take the 9. I don't know if they win the game, but I love the over in this game. I think this is going to be a shootout. So give me Tampa Bay plus the 9, and I'm going with the over.
Sean.
Yeah. Like I always say, Kansas City always plays down to their opponent. So 9, yum, 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 yum. Give me some. I will take Tampa Bay.
Maddie.
I'm actually doing something that I don't normally do, and that's I'm rolling with Patty Mahomes. I don't see Baker Mayfield making his money throwing his tight ends and running backs for too much longer in the NFL. That shit don't continue. And they'll burn you. That defense is for real. It's the reason that they're 7-0. KC, give me I don't care what it is. Baker's going to get put on his ass a lot.
All right. You're going with KC. I will go with the Buccaneers because they're getting 9 points at home. It's not like they can't score either. So that's how that one goes. Our locks are at the bottom of the screen. It's the Bears, Rams, Pats, Saints, Broncos, Cincy, and Indy. Ray, any fantasy advice you'd like to spew at us?
Yeah, a couple guys today I want to talk about. I think they're going to have really, really good days. Let's start with, I think, Chase Brown. And I've been saying it for weeks. I think Chase Brown is going to have a really big day today against the Raiders. Not good against the run. I love Chase Brown today. I talked about Bijan. I think he's going to be a stud. Austin Eckler will start today. Brian Robinson inactive. So Austin Eckler against the Giants. He's going to catch the ball out of the backfield. Really good DFS play. Put him in your lineups now. Josh Downs. When Josh Downs plays with Joe Flacco goes to him a lot. So I love Josh Downs today. I think he's a great anytime touchdown scorer. And two young receivers I talked about earlier. Matt talked about Jalen Coker. I love this kid. I think he's going to get every opportunity today to eventually be that number one receiver on that team. And Parker Washington, every time Parker Washington plays, he produces. Great slot receiver. I think he's going to have a big game, and you can get those guys really cheap on DFS. So I would line them up. I also like Roma Dunze. I think I've been saying that for a couple of weeks. He was the leading receiver for the Bears last week. I think he gets in the end zone today. So those are the guys that I'm looking at right now. I think a couple of those guys, you can get them pretty cheap. And I like Bo Nix today as a start, as a cheap DFS start. Baltimore is a funnel defense. Quarterbacks have been excelling against them. I know, which is strange to hear, but he can do it on the ground and in the air. So I like Bo Nix.
Question for you. Just looking at my own lineup, Amari Cooper has now been ruled out. So Mike Evans is out. Jalen McMillan is questionable for Monday night. Would you roll the dice that he's going to be healthy?
The only thing I'd be worried about is if he's not, you don't have any other options because it's a Monday night. So who else do you have?
I'm going to start 4 running backs. My receivers, Devontae Adams already went. I have Jordan Addison. Then I have Hurt, Cooper, Evans. I'm going to start Tolbert as my second wide receiver over Leggett and Slayton. And I'm going to go with 4 running backs: Montgomery, Stevenson, Swift, and Williams.
Yeah, I like the running backs. I do like Leggett, though. I think Leggett, it's Leggett and Coker. And Leggett, theoretically, is the higher draft pick. So
he's a really beast.
He is going to be targeted today. So I don't know if I would sit him over Tolbert, to be honest. I think I would start Leggett over Tolbert.
All right, I'll roll with that one. I don't trust either. Leggett had a couple of good weeks, and he's one of those
that Saints defense has been very generous.
All right. Anybody else got anything they want to add as far as any prop bets before we go?
Good luck.
Sean, any prop bets?
I got prop bets galore for you, but here's one that's great for you. If you look at the Patriots game today, there's a lot of people that you can see for touchdowns. A lot of crap players where it says 0.5 touchdowns that you can take 0, that you can put together for 10, where all of a sudden you put a $5 bet down and you're making $600. I
don't think there's going to be too many touchdowns in that game, though, bud.
That's what I'm saying. So you put 0 touchdowns.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I follow you now.
Yeah.
I like that.
So do your parlay with 0 touchdowns. You'll see what I'm talking about.
0 touchdowns. It's actually a pretty good. Could be a pretty long one to go. Ray, anything else?
Yeah, props for me. I like Downs over 5 receptions. I like Parker Washington over 3.5 receptions. I like Jalen Coker over 36.5 yards. I think those are locks. I also like Elijah Moore over 3.5 receptions. I think that's just easy money.
I'm just going to leave you with Azeez Ojulari with more or one sack or more. Set it 3 weeks in a row. He's done it 3 weeks in a row. Don't know what to tell you guys. That's the best I can do. Hey, those were all our picks. Let's have a good Sunday. Let me wrap it up like this. For the disappearing Captain Picard, for Mastradomus, for Brother Ray, it is me, Mike Upper King, Mike Ells, which is legit. Fantasy football brought to you by legitpodcast.com. Guys, those are our locks at the bottom. The Bears, Rams, Pats, Saints, Broncos, Cincy, and Indy.